Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. I want to talk about Polish goalkeepers in particular, because there is, for some reason, a serious amount of Polish goalkeepers that have done unbelievable things. So I'm just going to name a few off for you, so you can talk about whoever you want. So you've got Artur Boruc, who you were with as a kid, Wojciech Szczesny, Thomas Kuszak, Bunglehead, I call him, by the way. we used to have a cartoon in it wasn't a cartoon, it was like a kids show in England called Rainbow. And there was this one character.
We'll put it on the screen now.
We'll put it on the screen now, called Bungle, right? And his head was massive. And it was like blondish hair. And I used to just say,
do you know that he's now assistant to a goalkeeping coach in national team?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Thomas Kuszak. I used to like Kucci, you know. I got some funny stories about Thomas Kuszak.
I bet.
He was a great guy, though, to be fair. So that's why I called him Bungle, anyway. Obviously, yourself, you got Bartos at Millwall, Białkowski, and then obviously Jersey Dudek.
Yeah.
That's the serious. Amount of
I think. But I think the Dudek, he was like the inspiration for the
them
other
ones coming through.
Yeah, because I think after he signed for Liverpool, almost like. I'm not saying about like a lot of the kids in Poland wanted then to be a goalies.
Wow.
Because he was like the main guy, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world.
You think about that Champions League final save as well.
Yeah.
Do you remember that save?
Yeah, the one, that almost double save.
Shevchenko,
Shevchenko,
where he just stood up, stuck his hand up.
And then went.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. If that goal goes in, it's game over.
It's from here.
It's there. It's Shevchenko as well.
Here's the goal line. Here's the ball. Like, crazy.
Yeah,
so he was like inspiration. I think for me personally, I had a poster of him in my room. Yeah. So he was kind of like, if he made it, then probably any of us can actually
that's nice
be in the Prem. So Artur, special guy,
lovely guy, right?
Crazy guy, like for the goalie, like so different. I would say in a way when the way he was, I don't know, preparing himself and like just different, but just natural ability and like physical ability, like just like animal. Like
he was a cat. He was a genuine cat, wasn't he?
He was like
reactive.
At his peak. He was amazing.
And you were at Legia Warsaw with him, right?
Yeah. So when I signed for Legia, he was there, and I was with him for like 6 months. So he was number one goalie, and I remember when I signed for them, they told me that there's a big chance of him leaving in the summer. So you have your 6 months of prep, doing well, playing for the second team, and if you do well, then we give you an opportunity. And from that moment on, actually Legia follows this kind of path.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do. So they sold one goalie to after me to Everton. I don't know if you remember Slovakian goalie Jan Mucha.
Yeah.
So they sold him to Everton.
Mucha.
Yeah. Okay. Then another Polish lad they sold to Monaco for like so very successful.
Line of goalkeepers.
Line of goalkeepers. Yeah, Szczesny as well.
Proper.
But
saying all that, so we're talking about some of these incredible Polish goalkeepers. Yourself playing for Poland, 57 Polish caps.
Yeah,
that's some going, mate. That's some career for the national team.
Yeah, and at the same time, I really was facing a lot of competition at the time, because my first call up was actually with Dudek.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, and I subbed him like in the 80th minute or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
For your debut.
Yeah, for my debut.
Oh, that's so good. Isn't it?
That was So I was competing later on with mainly with Artur Boruc and with Wojciech Szczesny.
We actually did a podcast with Aaron Ramsdale, and I asked him which player has had the biggest effect on him as a goalkeeper, so like somebody to learn from basically. And he actually said it was Artur Boruc. He said he said what Artur taught me was to basically just not really care too much about the ramifications.
That sounds very like Artur.
So he said honestly, he said I used to watch Artur, and he said I remember him making a mistake.
He was so good at it.
He said, and he came in at Artur and went, "Sorry lads," and like almost just sat down just to say like, if anybody says anything, I'll go, "I'm not trying to make a mistake, okay? I'm not trying to."
But Artur was so good at it.
Really?
That was one of his strengths. But I think it was something natural. I know that he worked with the psychologist at one point as well, but I think he was like so good, like naturally good at just letting go of things and making sure that I focus on the next thing.
This is it, isn't it? Coming across all these people in your career life, and you learn little bits, don't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You just pick little bits up from all over the place.
Yeah, and then if we kind of roll back the years to when we were talking earlier on about being nervous and exciting and all these things. So signing for Arsenal in 2007? right? And we alluded to it earlier on, but we have Thomas Frazicki, William Gallas, Gilberto Silva, Alex Song, Theo Walcott, Hleb, RVP, Fabregas.
Yeah.
When you sign there and you walk through the doors, Arsene Wenger's the manager, you must have been nervous, scared, all rolled into one, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was a kid from Poland, really. I wasn't like... It's such a big jump from Poland, Polish league, to suddenly joining one of the biggest clubs in the league and then in the world. So for me, I was just like a bit like inside my shell for a bit of a time before.
Who were the goalies then at Arsenal?
Jens Lehmann.
Oh wow, big scary Jens.
Yeah, Manuel Almunia was there. Yeah.
Oh, you would have seen that little dynamic between them
I
two.
was a little dynamic. That was a proper dynamic.
Is that the word, dynamic?
That spicy
I think
dynamic.
that's how you try to avoid to maybe saying something.
Yeah.
You know?
As a young kid, you just got to stay away from it all.
Like for me, because like I was coming from, I was still young, but like the relationship that I've had before back in Poland with any other goalies was always like decent.
Yeah.
And suddenly like I'm in this position when I just look at two completely different characters, like almost like like they, I don't know if I should say, but they didn't really speak to each other.
Yeah.
Like it was
that's so awkward, isn't it?
That was so awkward. Yeah. So yeah, it was a big learning experience.
Do you know when it's like that? And I've only had a few myself. I've only had a few of those occasions where it's a little bit awkward and it's like butting heads a little bit. But everything is under the microscope. So when the goalies go into their training and the practice, and like the goalies normally take turns in shooting, so the goalie coach will serve, but then the other goalies will like do a secondary shot from the edge of the box at an angle or something like that. And if there's a bit of needle between the two goalkeepers, you're watching it going, go on, score. Because if he scores, you're thinking he knows he's got one up on him, and it's just you're watching it all unfold.
With that dynamic, isn't that where when you talk about the server, who goes first and everything, isn't this where you need the manager or the goalkeeper coach to sit down and go, you are this and you are this.
Exactly.
But that doesn't always happen, right?
No, it doesn't always happen.
I mean, no, because I think Jens, he was part of the invincible team.
Yeah.
Great experience with national team as well. I think he finished like third, and I think he really felt like his position is like...
That's him. I'm top of the tree. I'm everything in
really
this team.
top of the tree, so like I'm in charge, more or less, sometimes. So that's how we felt.
And in your first season, I think Almunia played every league, every league game.
Yeah, because Jens got injured at the start of the season. He missed a few games, and Manu did really well. And then when Jens got sick,
he thought he was going to go back in.
Yeah, and
it didn't work like that.
The manager, he stick with Manu. Yeah, so I think that added even a bit more. Fire to the...
I don't even like talking about it.
No, because
your toes are curling.
Honestly, I'm crossing
and
my legs.
I was there somewhere like in the middle, like
just watching it all
just
happen.
watching and trying to.
Let's talk a bit more positively then.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.